As promised on the show this morning, our McFly. Good morning.
Good morning. Good snotty morning.
Yeah, Danny, not very well, are you?
Well, I'm getting better. I'm on the mend. My antibiotics have kicked in and I'm just snotty now and coffee.
Antibiotics. So it must be a real virus then in that case. It was the flu, or is the flu,
Well,
is it?
yeah, I keep bumping into people. I've had this for 3 weeks. I can't shake it off and it all seems to be the same, so...
Yeah, a lot of people are suffering the same thing, but I was off ill last week.
We've had our flu jabs.
Have you?
Yeah, I've got the symptoms, that the side effects that the flu jab gives you aren't very nice. I think that's what I've got.
I thought you had to be pregnant or a nana to have that.
I am both. I tick both those boxes.
I'm surprised, to be honest. As I say, I thought it was just vulnerable groups. You're not vulnerable, are you?
We are vulnerable.
We're very
vulnerable.
It's probably because you're mixing with a lot of people, is it? And you don't want to spread your dirty seed.
Exactly. Exactly. Dougie's done enough of that over the years.
Yeah, I was watching the Alan Carr show, actually.
Oh, were you? Oh, yeah.
That was a very eye-opening interview, I thought.
Yeah, well, it's always a good interview. It's always good, good fun. And it makes you feel very relaxed, and you can talk openly.
And the drink
to millions
will
of
probably
people watching on TV.
Yeah.
That drink was awful, that margarita stuff.
Is that what you had? I can't remember.
Ugh.
I had Capri Sun, mate.
Although not all drinkers now, are you? Some teetotalers we saw on the show there. Why is that?
I think it's best if we don't. I think it's best for the whole nation if we don't.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Don't want to go there.
I agree. I think we cause ourselves all sorts of problems through alcohol. Danny and Tom have been much more
Sensible.
sensible.
Enjoy alcohol responsibly.
Yes, we listened to the small print.
And if you can't, then don't drink. Therefore, that's why we don't.
But life's a journey. Life's full of ups and downs, isn't it?
It is,
course.
as Frodo found out.
Yeah, that's true. And, you've all been doing loads of different things. Obviously, you've been together for a long time. Remind me when it was that you got together.
Wow.
2004.
Was it?
Well, no, 3, Danny.
Ah, damn!
Yeah.
I got one right.
No, you were way off. We all got together in 2003 in the summer. It was July, I believe, when we worked together. 2003.
21st of July.
And of course, true fans will know all about that. They'll have bought every record you've ever brought out, CD, download and whatever. Did they download 10 years ago? I don't know.
No,
they didn't.
No.
We didn't even have the iTunes. Didn't exist.
No.
Back in our day.
Back in our day, you got a little CD and a little booklet that you could read.
Our first single, I think we were the first ones when just to miss out on doing cassette tapes.
Which is a shame, actually.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have my own McFly cassette.
And have you kept all that kind of stuff over the years, have you?
Yeah, I've got a bunch of
I
it.
found an old scrapbook the other day, actually. It was very interesting.
At the beginning?
Yeah, right from the beginning.
Yeah.
It was almost like reading a horror. Well, the pictures were horrific.
Puffy faces.
Puffy faces, terrible long greasy hair, clothes
Spots.
that don't fit, spots.
Pretty much the way we look today. To be honest.
And you can't keep everything that you've ever had, like gold and platinum records from all over the world.
Do you
It
know-
just wouldn't be possible, would it?
No, I think I've got a few things up in my house. My house is quite small as well, so I have to be selective about the things I'm most proud
Harry
of.
doesn't like clutter.
No, I don't like clutter. Not that platinum discs are
No,
considered
they're so-
clutter. But no, we've fortunate enough to have collected some good awards over the years, and no, we're lucky boys.
So which have you collected then? Which have you kept?
I've kept all my discs, McFly
Right.
discs, and the Brit Award,
Which is falling apart slowly.
which is
Yeah.
which needs a good polish actually.
What about your Strictly trophy, though?
My Strictly trophy was actually moved by my fiancée. She moved it because she
Sick of seeing it.
She didn't like it because every night I'd reenact the moment of the final when I'd win it, and no, that's not true. It's actually, as much as I love Strictly, an amazing program. Haven't got a bad thing to say about it. The actual trophy itself is underwhelming, shall we say? It's doesn't even have my name on it.
Oh.
It's quite.
Dag nabbit.
We'll get
Yeah.
that done for you for
There's
Christmas,
someone
mate.
in the BBC art department who's crying. now.
Well, they should be because they did a terrible job. But no, we've got a lot of. I think I was over at Dougie's the other day. I found the Nickelodeon award. So we've got.
That's amazing, that award.
The,
Oh, that one you look through.
That's the only one
What's
that's
my-
really stood the test of time.
You use it as a doorstop, don't you?
Sometimes, yeah.
Even my Wembley Band of the Year broke.
Did it? I've still
Yeah.
got mine.
My Specsavers Award's a good one. That's well built.
So are you watching this series then, Harry, are you?
I am, absolutely. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's amazing because obviously having been on it and you know what everyone's going through and you know each dance and you can kind of sit back and sort of think you're a bit of an expert and give your own critique. I'm like sat on the sofa pretending I'm one of the judges.
But you know what goes on behind the scenes, because seeds rather, well, seed probably being the operative word. They're all at it, aren't they?
I do know what goes on behind the scenes. Yeah, it's an amazing show, and
Yeah, for that reason.
exactly. There's all sorts going on. There's there's a lot of people involved, a lot of dancers and the contestants. So it's interesting. It's colourful, shall we say?
Yes, you do hear rumours, don't you? And there's many
You
a
hear
marriage
lots
been
of
broken up.
Yeah, that's happened. I think my year was the first year where that didn't happen.
Oh, good.
So,
Have you set a precedent then in that case?
We did. We've done well.
And Dougie, whilst we're talking about reality TV shows, you couldn't get away from what you were doing because cameras were on you all the time. So if you were up to no good, we'd have all seen it, wouldn't we?
Yeah, you did.
And is that a distant memory now? Because you're obviously back with the lads and everything, or do you look back on it with fond memories?
I look back with it on a very, very fond memory. Yeah, it was a very, very awesome time.
It's back again, I think, soon, isn't it?
This weekend, I
It's that
believe.
time of year.
Yeah, I know. Can you believe it?
I know.
So has it brought you anything that you could take away from it, like like riches or?
It's. I don't really know. I bought back some ostrich anus.
Okay, bit of a trophy that you can
He
hang on
left.
the
He
wall.
left a funnel web spider in the in
yeah.
the back of a limo after he won the jungle. They put him in a nice limo, take him back to the hotel, and they gave him a funnel web spider in a jar to take home, and he left it in a limo. So whoever had that limo.
That was the coolest thing about winning it. Actually, I was really stoked that
it was
Dr.
awesome.
Bob, the doctor on the show, he's the coolest part of the show, and he gave me a funnel web spider, and I lost it.
Oh, you see him sometimes, don't you? If somebody has some problem or whatever, is
Yeah,
that
you
him?
see-
Is it?
Every series, yeah, he's
Yeah.
the coolest one. He's really, really awesome.
And what made you rather want to do that show in the first place?
Well, it's the only sort of one of those that I could really do, and Harry was doing Strictly at the time. We'd been on some writing trips, and there's just a lot of downtime. And
He likes jungles and insects and weird things
Yeah.
like that. So it was kind of
it was like a little holiday.
it was like made for him, that show. It's
A holiday? God, I watched that
It
series.
was.
It wasn't much of a holiday.
Oh, it is. It's fun because you're sitting around not doing much the majority of the time, and then so when you get to do a trial, it's awesome. Like you actually want to do the trials towards the end.
He has one of those abilities to be able to let things go over his head, which is the perfect trait to have for those kind of shows. Because I'm sat there at home watching him,
Well-
screaming at the TV, and he's just sitting there with a grin on his face, chuckling. So I think that set him in good stead.
Well, they were all a bit of a departure for what you're known for, and I'm so glad you're back together again. I know a lot of your fans are. You got a best of album coming out soon, and that always kind of makes me think, oh, is this the end of the road? But it's not, is it?
No,
It's not. It most definitely isn't. It's just we're approaching our 10th anniversary soon, and we thought it was a nice time to kind of reflect on our career.
Yeah, 26th of November it's out, just in time for Christmas. What a surprise.
Wow, that's just a coincidence.
And I'm sure the fans have all got the songs anyway on different albums and whatever, but it's nice to have them as a collection. And I know you've got something special on your website that the fans can do to get a little bit of personal
touch.
Thank you, yes.
Yeah, I think it is actually incredible, this thing. We got sent our own ones. So on the front cover it says "Just for Harry," and then obviously my pictures are in the album anyway, but for fans it's like their own personal, physical copy of the CD. So
They can choose the songs
yeah,
and stuff.
it's on our website, right?
It is on our website. I
We're
believe,
really
eh?
bad at promoting stuff, but just trust us when we say it's on our website.
No, I know you've got some groovy website as well, haven't you, that launched a couple of years ago that was quite a thing when it first came out 2 years ago, and that's where they need to go, isn't it? So they can
It
have
is.
this
Go and check it
personal
out.
thing. Yeah. And loads of B-sides as well on a double CD. It's got like the deluxe thing. But we had a student in here a few weeks ago, and they said, "What's a B-side?" I just wanted to smack him in the face.
Kids these
Yeah,
days.
exactly
No.
right.
In our
Exactly
day,
right.
it was all about B-sides. Sometimes the B-side was even better than the A-side.
You see,
Like
some
that
people are
Oasis
thinking,
song.
what on earth's he talking about? What's a B-side? Well, I'll explain in a minute or two. But I'm going to play your new song, because as well as some oldies on there, you've got a few new tracks on there too, haven't you?
Yes, yeah, there's 3 new songs.
Yep. So I'm going to play the new one right now, if you wouldn't mind introducing it, if that's all right.
Hi, we're McFly! And this is our brand new song, Love Is Easy.
Woo!